I decided to do graduate studies after discerning a call to ministry, so that's how I ended up at the Atlantic School of Theology, and I chose this school over another school because there was funding offered here that was different from other schools, but also because I wanted a different experience. I come from Toronto, so I wanted to experience something new.
How do you pay for school?
A combination of bursaries and also some student loan through line of credit. For somebody like myself, I come from a large family, so there wasn't immediate funding available through my parents to offer to me. They did the best that they could, but I had to go through other means in order to fund schooling.
Funding for universities is decreasing and tuition is continuing to rise. How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel angry. I mean, if they want people, they're encouraging people to go and get post-secondary education, but if they're not willing to help out, then it's just going to start to perpetuate people who are uneducated. If they can't afford to go, and then that's going to mean an impact on the economy and jobs. So it kind of makes me angry that they don't see that, they don't place an importance on that.
What would you tell your university or the school you're attending right now that they need to do to make university more affordable?
I would say I would speak to this from my undergraduate experience because I actually think the Atlantic School of Theology does a really good job of helping students in any way that they can. They really try and do, bursaries equitably. There's lots of different funding that's available, and they're willing to help you find that funding. But from my undergraduate experience, I would say they weren't overly helpful. I mean, I wasn't aware of bursaries that I could have applied for. It was just loans that I could apply for. So there was a real difference. I mean, in my undergraduate, if you didn't have a scholarship and you didn't know about bursaries, then you were just constantly accumulating debt from, in my case, OSA.
What would you tell the government to make university more affordable?
Offer more funding, freeze tuition. I mean, I understand the cost of living is increasing and inflation and all the rest of it, but when I look around at the state of schools and what's happening in them and the disrepair of buildings and what's being offered them, I start to wonder what that money is going towards and why the cost is increasing when there doesn't seem to be an increase in whatever's happening in the school, the value of going to that school.
If you didn't have to pay any debt, or rather if you didn't have any debt, how do you think that would affect the rest of your schooling and career options going forward?
It would ease a huge weight off of my shoulders to know that I didn't have any debt leaving school. I mean, it would change things for me. I'm a little bit different situation than some students. I'm 34, so leaving school from here, I'd like to go to a place where I'd like to buy a house, and I have a car and all of that stuff. I'd like to have sooner than later, and when there's debt attached from undergraduate work, it makes it seem unattainable and hard to know where to go from next. So.
Okay. On the earlier question, I think I asked how much debt have you had to accumulate? So how much have you actually had to accumulate?
From my undergraduate degree, it was roughly about $40,000 that I accumulated, and that is almost paid off. In this degree, it's probably going to be at the end of the day about $20,000.
In total,
$20,000? Yeah, somewhere between $20,000 and $22,000 worth of debt.
Okay.